So Bungie is changing how events work in a very cool way, and this is something I've been critical of for the longest time. And events in general have become stale, at least in what you do. Now, recently with Guardian Games, we did get a new mode in the boss rushdown activity, and I think with this update, there's hope for more things like that in the future. Just new game modes in general for these events to shake up the formula that we are so used to at this point. But with the Rite of the Nine, we will be getting a new event home, which does a lot of things, and that's why I'm gonna read most of this out. So feel free if you want to skip ahead to my thoughts on this if you've already read the TWID. But for those who maybe haven't read the TWID, we're gonna go over it now. Oh yeah, and there's like a Titanfall-esque mode coming out called Heavy Metal. I don't want to, not just Titanfall, it's kind of like, well yeah, it is Titanfall, it's just Briggs versus Drake tanks. It's a really cool concept, very much a party mode, but that's also coming. On May 6th, Destiny 2 will receive its update 8.2.6, which brings a small sandbox update, a new dungeon-focused activity called Rite of the Nine, and on May 9th, a new PvP game mode that goes by Heavy Metal. You already know all of that, but Heavy Metal is such a fun, maybe even a bit crazy game mode that we felt like doing something extra. That's the reason we are launching a new event home along with it. Let's see what that's all about. Event homes are the new replacement for event cards. Think of them as your cozy one-stop shop for all things events. Rotating challenges every day? Check. A new rank reward track? Check. A page to quick launch into event activities and visit Space Grandma? Check. Page for the event title with your favorite event triumphs? Check. Brand new reward shop to fulfill your Chuck E. Cheese dreams of getting that top shelf prize? Checkity check check. All for free. Let's break it down. And here is the menu here before we get into the next little bit here. You can see Heavy Metal Supremacy, which I'm interested to see how big the tokens are, or the little engrams that drop when you kill someone, because it's only vehicles. Then you can just go right to the tower if you need to, and I assume with the quests on the far right, which is the step is visit shacks, you can probably just launch right into the tower as well, or wherever you need to go based on the quest step. Well, let's read more about the event home. Every event home offers a set of daily challenges that rotate at reset time every day, and then one weekly challenge that resets, you guessed it, weekly. The first are bite-sized single objectives that can be completed in a short playing session, while the weekly challenges are more of a mid-term goal that requires your attention for most of the duration of the event. Completing them will cover most of the experience required for the new event rank track. You still get experience when playing the event activities, of course, but challenges grant the most amount. Heavy Metal will also come with its own event track with 15 ranks available to all players. Each rank has its own reward, like a weapon, an emblem, or enhancement materials, and we believe these rewards alone make this new system more rewarding than our previous event cards, even on their premium version. And you see the menu here, you have the reward track, kind of on the bottom left here. You have an overview kind of telling you what you need to do in Heavy Metal. You also have these tokens on the right. You have the daily and weekly challenges. This is very much giving me, if you've ever played Apex Legends, and there'll be more parallels in this next little paragraph here. But it's very similar to that, but it seems better because it seems to all be free. But let's continue. Another key aspect of the new event home is the event tokens. This is a new currency that's obtained upon completion of daily and weekly challenges, with the latter granting a more generous amount. The tokens you earn by playing during the event can be used in the reward shop to purchase rewards during each event. Our way of making events more rewarding than ever before. Just don't sleep on these tokens. They go away when the event is over. So, make sure you spend them. This reward shop will have rewards like weapons and materials, and a new item called Reroll Chip. This second type of currency can be used to reroll one of your daily challenges. You will use these to accelerate your progress, as you can reroll challenges you have completed already to get an additional daily one. You can also reroll to get a different challenge if the one available doesn't fit your playstyle. Reroll chips can be earned in the rank track, and then additional ones are available in the Eververse store for a small amount of silver. They don't expire within the event, so you can carry them to the next event if you so choose. Moving forward, event homes will replace the event card when a Destiny 2 seasonal event is live. That means Solstice, Festival of the Lost, Dawning, Guardian Games, and any other event coming will have their own event homes filled with challenges to complete and great event rewards to earn. And again, no premium update required for it. All rewards, all earnable. As the Edge of Fate launch date in summer of 2025 approaches, so is a new era of Destiny. We can't wait to tell you more about the many changes that will shake up your favorite video game and make the hobby evolve in the coming years. Event homes will be a part of that future, and you will get a first look when Heavy Metal arrives on May 9th. So just to clarify, I may have said this is launching with Rite of the Nine. It's actually launching with Heavy Metal, which I guess they're turning that into an event within Rite of the Nine. There's a few things I want to go over that I really do enjoy about this new event theme and vibe with event homes, because the free aspect I feel like is something that it should have always been from the beginning. And I get that you need to monetize a game like Destiny to a certain extent, and as we all know, in the past it's been overdone from time to time, and the community has rightfully so called out Bungie when the when the most egregious monetization has happened. I think of the starter pack, which literally sold you like materials back in the day, and that was pretty much it. That was the most egregious example I can think of. And events, I think, weren't horrible. They also weren't great. This is great now. I enjoy the totally free aspect of an event. That being said, though, you could still do the event challenges and get a decent amount of materials, weapons, emblems, shaders. So it wasn't a complete wash, but you know, the cosmetics you were locked away from if you didn't buy it, which I feel like most people weren't buying these event cards to begin with. Only people who play the game a ton, and even I stopped buying these event cards a while ago because they're just not worth your money, flat, just straight up. So we take this concept here, which is a really cool one, being able to re-roll these challenges once you've completed them. If there's one that you don't like or you don't want to do, or maybe it's with weapons you don't enjoy, you can just re-roll it. I am begging, Bungie, begging, and hopefully someone hears about this. I'm sure there's someone posting about this on Reddit, who knows. But this is a concept for the seasonal challenges that should exist as well. Maybe not the daily and weekly stuff, but having the ability to use these reroll chips on your seasonal challenges would be amazing, because there are so many seasonal challenges that are either really hard to get, depending on, you know, the weekly rotators and all that, or, you know, maybe you're just like everyone and you don't play Gambit that much. Maybe you're a demon and you play Gambit, but maybe you don't do strikes anymore, because strikes, let's be honest, for the most part, are not the most engaging, at least in my opinion. So I don't do that much normal Vanguard, but you know, you can choose what you want to do if that were the case with these reroll chips. So just an idea, and certainly something that I would assume Bungie will explore down the line. And I'm just happy to see this kind of change coming to these event cards. And it does give you hope that some of these events will get a glow up in this next year, even if it's just small changes, the addition of a new game mode within the event, or a new challenge or something like that. I mean, we've been baking cookies and doing haunted lost sectors and, you know, the EAZ stuff in the Solstice event for so many years now that I'll take any change, no matter how small or big. And I know that changes in the events are probably the least important thing on Bungie's plate right now, rightfully so, but you know, that's why I'm not asking for too much here. It could be small changes to the rewards, how much rewards you get, and you know, we're getting that here, so that's why it's natural to think that the way these events work is changing, right? So maybe the events themselves will change along with that. And Heavy Metal looks like fun. I don't think it's a game mode I'll be playing that much, but to get this event done, I wouldn't mind it. You know, it's kind of just a chill mode. You're not going to take it seriously like trials or comp. You're just going to chill in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. So should be fun. That's pretty much it for this. I don't want to talk too much about it because again, it's not a huge thing, but it's again nothing to scoff at either, because this is Bungie showing us something finally, right? This is something they've been cooking up, and instead of just saying, oh, we're gonna do this in the future, they're like, yeah, this is coming May 9th, by the way. So I hope it's as good as it sounds. It certainly looks pretty intriguing and a much needed improvement from the event cards. We'll see if that indeed pans out. And aside from that, I've really enjoyed the Edge of Fate teasers, the puzzles that are seemingly there. You know, keep your eyes out on what happens April 30th. I think there's a chance, if you've been keeping up with Mr. Raffle Waffle's videos on the symbols in the Edge of Fate teaser, the image teaser, then you know that there's a possibility that something's happening on the 30th, but you know, it's not guaranteed. So take that with a grain of salt. But this is the most excited I've been about the future of Destiny in quite a while, and people might see me say that or hear me say that and say, you're a shill and how dare you be excited. But Heresy was genuinely great. It was a fun experience story-wise. It wasn't perfect, but it was up there in terms of seasonal story. Edge of Fate, we don't know much about it yet, so I can't be too excited. But again, the puzzles are peak Bungie, and yeah, that's exciting. I might make a different video about all the Edge of Fate teaser stuff, but again, it's cool. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on the event home. It being completely free is probably the biggest W that I can think of in quite some time. Purchasing the event ranks from Eververse, like whatever, you know, I assume you're going to be able to get the entire reward track for free if you put in the effort, but regardless, it's there if you just want to cheat your way to it or spend money by getting to it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah.